slowly but surely. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Really? You can't hear me still? I'm gonna have to restart. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Then why'd you say mute again? Hi, how are you? Yeah, I was just writing, Dear Abby, Ruby, Luke, show up. And then look, here's one of you. How are you? Don't forget to give a like. How are you doing today? I know sometimes you just get so ready to jump right into it and so enthralled. It's kind of like, oh, I forget to like. I know the lighting might not be great here, but okay. Um, I'll go in shortly. I'm I'm lethargic. I've got the inklings of a headache. My throat's mildly sore, but it's not bedtime yet. I'm not feeling that terrible. Is that the song you want to hear? Because I think you've said it twice. There's some good songs from that musical, except I don't know if it. Oh, I meant to shave. Shoot, I forgot. Hmm. In this lighting, that doesn't look so bad, but this it feels scruffy. I'll probably still have to. Why? Yeah, I never knew whether you're someone who has a big long beard or not. But why do I need an 8 ball? Just out of curiosity. I don't know if I'd believe it anyway. You shaved in your office? What? That's way weirder than. So what does that have to do with anything? That's way weirder than. Yeah, it didn't take you long to get here. Way weirder than. That's some interesting commenters earlier today. Than throwing grapes in the boardroom. Oh, I'm not sure it would do that though. Hey, it is 20 to 10 at night. I don't think I necessarily need pep in my step, but we're about 5 minutes in, and yeah, maybe when G's playing for you, I'll do that. Although someone's got it. Well, if you're still here, you can help out, of course. Um, so, how much of a beard do you have? How much do you shave? Like, is it longer than mine normally, or? And you know what I look like in the proper lighting. 10:40 by me. You're an hour behind. I never. You didn't, eh? I guess we are. Luckily, you. It's almost bedtime. And then, have you made it to Mark and Kelly's yet? Okay, good to know. Good to try and paint more of a picture of you. I know you're bald. I would consider this fairly clean shaven. Um, Other than that, like how tall are you and all that. And I don't think the U.S. uses the same metric. Yeah, but I spell it EH. Otherwise, that's like a sailor or something. IE? Pirate. Anyway, or a Scottish person who I do love. The only one I ever really knew was Linda and my grandmother and my grandfather, I guess. But, and I mean, me and my mother, I guess, are kind of Scottish, but I don't love my mother. No, just kidding. Anyway, so how tall are you, Ruby? And what was the other thing I was going to ask? Sorry. I don't know. If the second person wants to join the conversation, feel free. Oh, I was asking if you'd ever made it to Mark and Kelly's channel yet. I know you've been on Becca's. I don't think you've been on Jules. Healing, naturally healing, whatever it is. She's at the. Actually, that's maybe a good segue to just very briefly dip inside. Uh, I guess just for physical activity, if she wasn't up to biking or going as far as she, or I don't know why, she goes to the park sometimes. And I think when I tuned in, I saw her there, and then I um, got distracted looking for a stapler and watching G tune the other guitar because we had a weird experience happen with the one guitar where the bottom string popped off the fret, off the neck, and just below it. We were able to pop it back a couple times, but then while he was playing with it, while I was in a meeting or trying to, he was trying to fix it. It became too short. I'm very short, actually. Yes, I was on. I don't know why. I almost don't remember. But anyway, they're tomorrow at 6:30. So that'll be. Trying to do math at this time. 1:30 your time, I think you'll be at work. I think I do remember you being there actually, but you weren't there very long. But what do you think of their channel and them, out of curiosity? Be as specific as possible. And then, okay, I think that was the mistake because otherwise it'd be going a while. Exactly, short stint. Yeah, I realized what you meant because short stint doesn't make any sense. Just like if I was here, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, but I'm only 8 minutes in, so just trying to get to bedtime like some of the rest of us who aren't doing anything specific. I mean, I had dinner. I did a virtual meeting for something. I spent some time with G and the dog, and then still there was time. The days are too damn long. I guess they get a little bit shorter in the winter, right? I was not really on a long time, to be honest, but they seem like a really friendly couple. Yep. So that's tomorrow. Doesn't look like the gig that I thought I was going to have is going to happen yet. She said hopefully we'd still be available in a couple of weeks. So yeah, hopefully we'll still be alive and well because she's away. Although she did, so an out of office message came in, and then she must have been thinking about us and how we were kind of thinking about starting next week. And so she sounds like she doesn't work any Mondays, but on her first, she sent to us and said, that she's on vacation for a couple of weeks. Hopefully, we'll be. I said that's going to be a bit of a hard wait, but yes, of course, we can plan for then. I don't really know Kelly, but Mark. What do you mean you don't know either of them any more well than the other one? Sometimes he gets a chance to chat much, sometimes he doesn't really, but she's a bit feisty, but she's nice. They just there isn't three L's. A little, but whatever. Yep. Anyway, haha is clearly here. And I think it's just you. So, Wilma, what's up? Would you really? You almost got me on that one. I have a sense of humor, but we don't need that here. You don't eat that anyway. Maybe haha should go try it out though. Travel destination on your bucket list. So yeah, I don't want to verbalize it, but there's a reason. I mean, one strategy it seems to kind of work, but oh right, yes, yes, yes. Well, honestly, that it goes by both of them. Now it's not haha, it's whatever that face means. It goes by both of them, but it is most often him. It'd be nice. I don't believe so. No, it'd be nice if she was here a bit more often, but we get to talk with her there, the both of them. She likes to take the lead, kind of like a certain someone. You know, it is. It's very, very distracting, and I'm thinking. Turn back in a bit. The person knows what they need to do. Just a moment, folks. Didn't notice what. I hope you're not thinking, saying what I thought you were thinking, because I don't know how you couldn't. Well, I'm not wearing the hat. It's often why I wear the hat, although I have combed it out, or I have given it a good comb. Honestly, haha, go and find some hobbies. Seriously. I know you could say I roll often, and so maybe I don't have any, but I often bring my hobbies here. You know, playing music, channeling, um, and socializing. I mean, you know, but I think some the individual needs to. Yeah, I don't know how you couldn't. Needs to kind of look within themselves a little bit again and ask, why are you doing that? And of course, wouldn't you? I mean, what a funny question. I wouldn't consider what Ha is doing socializing, though. Maybe you should actually try socializing. Although I'd hate to think I might actually might actually hear from you and chat with you and like you. Because I mean, well, I don't know if I'd say I'd hate to think that, but I wonder if it could be the case. We're all more alike than different. But well, I think that our neighbors are going in because maybe I was being a bit more louder than I realized. But you know, she has. Are they in yet? Yeah, her husband's got Alzheimer's. He's deaf. He's of few words, and I feel bad for them. Like she knows a few people, including us in the neighborhood. Really, sitting behind a screen. Well, I guess that's saying, although you're close to my age, that you're just old enough to have that opinion. Because most people younger than us would say this is like the main form of socializing, and I guess I'm just young enough to kind of, everybody has a preference or what they have to kind of do for at a point in time. Although, like I said, I was in a group meeting this evening, and that was pretty lovely. I got to speak quite a bit. Others got to speak, but anyway, yeah, so she doesn't really have a lot of people to socialize with, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't live stream. But then she doesn't have to put up with this haha nonsense either. So that's exactly what it is. It makes no sense. Like usually people laugh when something's funny. Um, but it's kind of a little bit disappointing to hear that you don't feel like we're socializing because, yeah, I very much feel that we are. just because you're behind a screen. Oh, well, nice. What kind of meeting sounds so interesting? Now that is socializing. Well, it was virtual, and so there was a bit of issues getting in, but not that hard when I tried it with the browser instead. Um, um, ADHD support group. And I really do wonder if that one guy is local. He's catching me out as much as I am, to be honest. Icon, hello. What kind of icon are you? I thought you just got it, Christian. Um, well, you're very real. So again, that's putting yourself down a little bit to say otherwise. To be quite honest. Because of distance, more so than cost, or wait lists and people not getting back, and not being in my 20s anymore, and struggling to find a social circle otherwise. I mean, it's what I got. This group was pretty easy to join, though, and I'm thankful. I've only been 2 times. Before then, it was years ago, and it was in person. I don't even know if they do it in person right now, although there's a couple of people from just outside the city that attend, so um, that's where that rich doctor had known about. What is that noise? Like they're already in, and I hear. Yeah, probably go in soon. I feel like true socializing is a person. Level of social, yeah. And in some ways, it's easier. I mean, yeah, you can't see you can't see facial expressions, but I think facial expressions and body language can be easily misread, or misinterpreted. Like sometimes I cross my arms, and most of the time I'm not meaning anything by it. I'm just holding myself in a comfortable way. Icon, are you there? Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to restart and hope that haha's run off to other streams, and but they might find their way back here, and um, although it usually doesn't. Um, or the moment our road is very gravelly right now, so traffic going down it is noisy. It's not a lot of traffic, but the occasional vehicle. But yeah, you know, right. And I'm finding it back here. And it might be like it might pop up in front of something else to do. I do feel like I should check on Jules though in a moment. I guess. Anyway, no, I'm doing it at a very high level, and I think you are, or at a fairly decent level. No, and I really appreciate it. I really do. So always remember that. I'm trying to figure out the image. If it's a face, Choco Strawberry, but strawberry spelled with a 4. Hi, how are you? Where are you watching from in the world? Yeah, so today I mean, I shouldn't talk too much about it, but today there was 2 new members and there was 8 total. Maybe I was most there. He was voting almost an hour late, and I thought they went until 8:30. So really, he came for the last half hour. But and he doesn't make much facial expressions anyway, and I often wonder if he's just being sketchy, to be quite honest. Like he doesn't see. Although we were talking about masking a bit, and so later afterwards, it occurred to me, were people actually agreeing and relating with what I was saying as much as I thought, or were they just pretending but really stuck in their own head? But then I think they're trying extra hard to focus because they want the tips and strategies to, deal with their struggles, and it did feel genuine. So then we were talking about workplace accommodations, like are we allowed to throw grapes at our coworkers and stuff like that? Shave. I'm still actually trying to process that. G is doing his fitness routine. I usually start in the evening while he does that, and then he comes down afterwards and continues. Okay, me too. I'm gonna go check on Jules. Choco Strawberry didn't seem to stay, and I'm not too sure why. Nor did they like. I don't know what to think. Yeah, what's his face? Probably that's why he's here so often. I don't think he's just coming across. He certainly doesn't seem to be someone who ever chat with people. But what's his face is probably gets not. What is it really started? Ruby, are you back? Who do we got watching? So I've had a hood on, so my hair's not wanting to stay flat. I hate that gravel sound. I really hope they finish our road soon. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired, but if you engage with me in conversation and it shows up, then I know Ruby's going to be back, probably putting kids to bed. Then that'll help keep me perky. Street's awfully busy tonight, I don't know why. Well, kind of. Oh, I'm wondering if I'd do better playing music. Feel better playing music, or... Anyway, I don't think I'm too worried about my friend Jules. Her stream was very short this evening, and it looks like she grabbed the phone, and started walking a little bit, but it looks like she left her shoes laying somewhere, and then, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, why she wrapped up, I don't know. Okay, if one more car goes down this gravel road, I'm going inside. I don't like that sound, and it's distracting, and yeah. I really wish G was around to kind of carry more of this at the moment, but I don't know. I just don't know if I feel like watching something. And, I'm enjoying chatting with Ruby. And, I was just noticing those nice clouds. And that is a night sky. The clouds are fairly white still, though. And the camera seemed to brighten it up a bit. But, both those cars just stopped there? Or just that one? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but there seems to be a lot of cars driving around right now. when normally it's quite quiet out. So it's really strange. This one, some of them don't seem to know it. Just a moment. I'm going to try and be patient about it because it is even though I prefer the privacy inside and this and that, it is fairly mild out. I thought it was actually cooler out, but it's not that bad. And this one's turning around and coming back up the street. Can you hurry up? Like, some of us don't. I know you might not hear it in your car, but some of us don't like that gravel sound. Then okay, you know what? I'm going in. There's two coming up in there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Pardon my French, but it's too much for me. It's only just after 10. I thought it was closer to 10:30. God, it's gonna be a long night. Oh, dear me. Oh, you are still here. It. I'm glad that I'm not. Yeah, and I have autism spectrum, as you may remember. So I mean, even worse. Um, like, it probably doesn't bother them in their car because they're in their car and they might have the radio on. It doesn't say that you're actually here, but clearly you are. But yeah, I don't think there's anything hard to know. It was, and I don't want to leave things out there, but I don't think I have that much still out there. It was, and then they I don't know if they broke up the asphalt or poured something. I did see them pouring a couple times actually. And then, just in case I end up going on the keyboard, if you have any songs you'd like to hear interesting fusion versions of, let me know and I might do that. But I don't know. I just don't know why there's so many cars going by at night. There was also an Amazon truck at like 8:30 or close to 9. There was something spraying either chemicals or just watering new trees. Here comes. Okay, no, that was not turning. But anywho, are you there? Because it's okay. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so yeah, it was, and then they put this other layer down, and it was already kind of like rough and this. I hated walking the dog over it, but and then they put this gravel on it, and it's in worse shape than it was before they did any of it. And I mean, they still got a few more weeks before. Well, what, a month and a half maybe before winter or so. But it's like, and I'm okay with the fact that they're not constantly working on it. But we've had some cooler days where they could, and it's kind of like, can you finish this so that we have a nice road, you know? But they're working on many streets and taking their time, right? So, but anyway, so yeah. Heck, during the day there isn't as much traffic. It feels like I don't know what the heck is going on there, but I'll be right back. Good day, night. I mean, I had been outside some of the evening, even though I had my meeting, but I mean, truth be told, like I say, soon it will be winter. Soon it will be winter, nothing much for us to do. And there's something out there. But yeah, and so then it won't be, I won't want to sit out there, so I feel bad. But you know what? I think I've done better than I have other years. Like, if I don't have something to go to, and somewhat often that's the case, I don't go out there. And so, but I mean, since living in this house for 8 years, I do enjoy the deck. But I think other years, even if I wasn't live streaming, I was more so inside on devices, or because I use it as like TV, entertainment too. Um, I don't know. I do feel like I've been enjoying the deck more lately. So, and going on the dog walks and that. So, oh really? Oh, so she's finally discovering the live stream. Hello, Petunia. I hope she don't mind. Don't worry, I could find your Facebook anyway. Even though it was a unique name. So, what's your wife talking to you about? And does she really think you can split your focus? And are the kids sleeping? Anyway, yeah, so I brought everything in. I'm a bit torn. I kind of want to be outside, like I say, but now I feel like I've just migrated inside. But if you guys would like to hear me do some music, I'm thinking of doing that next. I don't know what's been going on. I haven't really been following most of the day, and if it's been a technology reason or what. But just quickly, our friend Jules, she, unless she called her medical facilitator or whatever and said, can I take a bit of a day off today or not stream as much? And they said, sure. I don't know. Okay. It's just, I don't know. I don't think this is usual for her, but I could be wrong. So she did a 2-minute one, a 3.5 hour one, a 1 hour 42, 76, some second ones, which must have been airs or whatever, 9, 28. I don't know. It's just spreading them out, pacing stuff a bit more, I suppose. Ruby and the wife. Can I put another comment sometime soon, please? I'm also hoping, I think Abby was mentioning earlier meeting you in here before, so hopefully she shows up. I don't know if you've met Luke, though. I don't think you have. And Anna's in Asia, and I think she's more often here during the day. I'm a bit lightheaded, even though I'm very heavy-headed. Did I bring the dog in? I'm also hungry. Sometimes you have to look at it. So I'm going to do some music shortly here. I've been using Muscle Rub. I don't think I need to take a Tylenol, but I almost wonder. And if I'm going to be lethargic at any time of day, not that I have a device, not that I have a life most of the time that I need to strongly focus and have a lot of energy for. I mean, a little bit, and some days more than others, but so if it was going to possibly make me lethargic, although I don't know if taking one really does, then this would be the good time to take it, perhaps. I'm just going to remove a couple of these comments that might give something away or make somebody think that there's some sort of annoying noise and not stay long enough to realize that it isn't any longer. I think you've liked, correct, Ruby? I kind of like this lighting. The window looks really interesting in this light. I don't know why I don't normally notice that. Okay, I'm going to have to sit down shortly. But before I do so, some Yves Saint Laurent. That's what I said it was the other day, right? I don't know, I just used this stuff. Yes. And I don't know what I would eat. The small part of me, if it was restaurant pizza, I'd have a slice of pizza, but it's all frozen pizza, it's not made right now, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's not like I didn't pizza bites. And the ones that are easier to get to are these are Buffalo. No, those are boring people anyway. Who wants them? Not that I'm not thankful or anything, but excited for the music. I use Vicks Vapor Rub. That's more for congestion, isn't it? So what's your wife saying? And is she watching still with you? Out of curiosity. Yeah, I don't think the indicator is being red at the top, and I wish it was. Is anybody else here chatting at the moment? Sometimes it takes a while. It's only been 35 minutes, but cause yeah, it doesn't even indicate anybody's watching. But your comment just came through. So unless you're having a connectivity issue you haven't mentioned yet. I'm sure you enjoy your big sweeper rub, don't you know? Anywho, I don't know what to make, what to have, what to make. I'm tempted, although that's pretty dry. A bowl of buttered peas? Rip Sam? Yeah, so, I mean, this friend of mine, she's posting. Does she have titles on any of these? No, not really. Not. Can you play a song that has heavy vocals? I want to hear your pipes. Do you feel like you have yet, out of curiosity? Well, unless you suggest a song, and I don't know. Like I say, I'm really just trying to pass some time before bedtime. How much singing I actually feel up to, or live stream, just, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm really thinking I might want to make some peas. I've had some vegetables, but there's nothing wrong with green peas, right? And by heavy vocals, and I don't remember if you're into metal. If you are, please don't tell me. It's not going to be metal, I can tell you that much. It might be hard rock. Oh, wow! Oh, we'll wake her up with a concert then. But then we might wake up the kids too. But then you probably have your headphones on, come to think of it, right? Anyway, I'm really tempted to make some of these. But what am I having later for the snack when G snacks? Because I like to snack at the same time. That's why I was asking, what are your top sellers? I need ideas for things to have. And if I don't have them now, we could get them soon. I really think you should go to the hamper. And we didn't get that much groceries today. It was a pretty small amount. But at least peas is vegetables and not carbs, right? So I think I'm going to heat some of those up. And then, yeah, I did print out, thankfully our printer works. I wasn't sure if it did. But I did print out some music for these upcoming gigs. Why is that weird? I guess you didn't say it's weird, but it sounds like you are saying that, though, really. But I have and want more. Oh, of the singing or the peas? Anyway, it will quench the hunger. That's what it'll do. Could I have it in a golf ball? I know, that's not good. I'm gonna have it. And then you can put some seasonings on them. I was gonna put it in my pasta, but I already had onion and beef and how creative are we gonna get with these peas? Do you want to put Parmesan and Asiago on it or what? Garlic butter? Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Be right with ya. I'm in vegetable bliss. There's your vocals for you. Hi, Sunny. Am I being noisy? Okay. Sorry. Can you hear the radio? No, it'll be a vegetable bliss and noisiness, no? Yes, I have headphones. And nipples in my ears? I'm sorry? I think that's a typo. Nipples in your... Oh, unless you mean those little buds. That's not where you really want them, though, right? It's a hoot, I tell you, it's a hoot. And we're going to put chili powder and steak spice on it because I'm feeling creative. Sorry. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do, okay? Good. And then we're going to do some music, okay? And I don't know what we'll be talking about with that N word. Please look past it. I think it's a typo or slang for what he's talking about. I would love to do some. Oh, that's a lot of chili. I would like to do some keyboard fusion, though, just so you know, if you have any song requests. We're going to be doing some cover music, folks, in just a moment, so don't cover your ears. You might miss it. We wouldn't want that, would we? Especially if it sounds like that'd be great. I'm surprised that comment review, to be quite honest, with that scandalous word. You're a bit slow to comment tonight. I mean, you're not, but you kind of are. Okay, so how do I want to best do this? For stapling these for the gig, I think the best way to do it is this way. You do them in your office? The shaving thing, the calling them that, and tossing grapes, and maybe some other. Why do you need to see the pea package? It's just a bag of. I put them away already. Why on earth would you need to see that? Why would they? Well, sometimes it is, but there's nothing odd about it, and it's kind of wrapped up. You do believe me what I'm having, right? By the way, what is your top selling product? And of course, the frozen to start with, but I'm not going to be eating them that way. Are you drunk by any chance? Actually, do you drink? I can't remember if it ever came up. And of course, when people say drink in that way, they mean alcohol, as you know. And when people say sleep with, they don't mean sleep. So, yeah. English is interesting, isn't it? I don't think all my comments are coming through. Well, that would be weird. I would think that if any of them were, they all would be. But you're making me wonder. You can try and type again what you think I'm missing. Because I don't think I'm missing anything. Buds, nipples, and earbuds. And I think those are the ones that got stuck in my ears once and had to go to the ER. It's not an odd username I'm trying to figure out, but hello, Crystal. No, we don't have her email address on here. Ruby doesn't use it, so humbug. I'm just gonna open this. On my other device and see if there's something I don't see. Did you mean you don't think all of yours, or you don't? I'm just curious. Top selling items are mangoes? Of course. They go with the earbuds, right? Now, do I really want this on? Well, having that door open doesn't seem to be making it that cool in here like it was earlier. This is the same temperature it is here in the winter. I drink a bit, but not tonight. Okay. Well, you don't need to tonight because we're having too much fun. Is there anybody? Okay, so I'm worried that I'm going to feel that too strongly, that AC. But I got sleeves and I know how to use them. What other top selling item? I don't see anything I don't think I already. No, I think I'm seeing all of yours. And like I say, you know, if I'm seeing some, I would think I would see all of yours. You don't see Crystal. Yeah, I'm not too sure where the channel. I mean, it doesn't show actual email address. Where's it? And it was really weird, actually. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought I just switched this. I see what I'm doing. She's my childhood bear upstairs, just sitting on the top of the closet. Just kidding. Okay, I changed my mind. They all went through. I think you read them later. Yeah, I didn't think I was that behind, but okay, sure. We'll go with it. September 3rd, 1:30. Okay. So let me go get my peers, please. And if you have any side requests, especially ones you'd like to hear fusioned up, let me know. I feel like I should be having this when G's having his snack, because the only thing, well, I'm able to cook them all day. Back on since I have that. I'm not big about chips. I don't really want to have cookies at this hour. I'm not even big about cookies all that much. Soft cookies, that's kind of we have now. I almost think I overcooked those. I'm not sure if that's what I actually wanted to have. It needs something with it. No. No, I usually put them in stuff, but this is the only kind I've ever known about. Oh, right, pea pods, snap peas, right. Not that old. Hey, if you didn't have your headphones in, you know what? Maybe a opportunity to be watching with you. Doesn't hurt it for me right now. I can talk myself into yogurt. I could have it with yogurt. But the only thing I'm talking about later is the rest of my pasta. That's not a snack. Humbug. I wish it was easier to find snacks I like. There's some very interesting recipes in these, though. What are they? From the Food Network. They're numbered little booklets. Okay. Anyway. Who needs an ice pack? Yeah, except they spill out more, but then ice packs leak as well, right? Helping dinners in grocery cover since 1920. Don't want the other person to be here getting all uptight. We want to get down loose. Sorry. Get down, get down, get down. Get down, all right, yeah, yeah. I'm just popping up my water, and then we'll do some music. Now that we're talking about peas and you know what. I'd like to say that I like these sweet chili sour cream crackers, but they're kind of dry and boring. So the only food you buy for dinner, but someone end up using for everything except dinner. Yeah, sometimes. Really, didn't take you long. I asked you that the other day. You told me something else, but yeah, so what other items are top sellers? Is there anything kind of unique that's a top seller at your place of work? Or not unique, either way works. Just give me all the top sellers. I need ideas. Clearly, I don't have enough things to snack on here from having peas that I didn't think I had in that long, but that I seem to have made a little bit chewy. Not hard, but chewy. We've been having this joke around here lately. think I can remember it now that I want to mention it, though. What was it called? Thank you for the third like. Something to the effect of, you betcha. Yuba Chew. Would you like a Yuba Chew? I need to sit down. Okay? I'm thirst for music. I thought you said thrust. I would like to have some nipples though. I mean, beside my own. And G's. Anyway, did I say that? Anyway. So, it's a little bit too early to play this one, I think. Yeah, so when we used our printer today, no problems, but yeah, the ink is a little bit faded on some of these. You asked me what I said, and said something else? I don't follow. Now the dog's laying nice over there, so I guess I'll use that. Okay, so, you know, sometimes I have a hard time coming up with songs, but like I say, I'm looking through these. Okay, and what this did is, and to try not to avoid page turns, but we got the very last, I could just repeat that. On such a winter's day, G-A-G-A-F, and then this one. This one's a fun one. I'm going to do it. You ready? But yes, it's almost a little faint. If I'd made it bigger, the way it printed, we were running out of ink. It may not look bad on the screen, actually, but it's bad. And this one's 3 pages, so I don't know how we... Like I said, I want to kind of staple these so that they're in the right order and stay together for the gig. So sorry it's taking me a few moments here. But what I'm not too sure is this one seems to be 3 pages long. And I don't know how that's going to sit on the music stand, but we're going to find out. Artwork. Oh, I thought you were talking about these papers. I'm ready. You said, I asked you that the other day and you said something else. I'll have to look at that on the playback and get back to you. Oh, I'm still asking what your top sellers were, aside from the mangoes. Yeah, maybe I've never had the camera positioned this way. It's usually on this table or on this piece of furniture, but I have it on a music stand. What do you call it? I said like unique items or just in general. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on the other bit. Okay, that works just barely. Okay, but I'm going to put it in its usual spot because otherwise it'll be in front of things on the music. Too healthy. Yeah, so I think you're talking about this, and it may or may not be pagan symbols, but G did it. G painted it. G did it. It's all his fault. Even if it's my fault, it's his fault. Oh. Okay, so here we go. First off, now I don't have a strap on with this one, but either way, because that one pops off. I know that's sorry. That one pops off. I think I should be sitting when I play. Better for my back too. Okay, one other thing. Where's the pick? I know I've seen it recently. It's over here. Okay, here. I haven't played this guitar in ages, but I've had it for quite a long time. Like 20 years. I've been playing more so my other ones. I'm sorry, I have to have, hopefully I'll just have a good chair with the back, but with these chairs, because it's so deep, Okay, I'm going to move that before somebody comes in here and starts guitar strap. But yes, I know how it sounded. Strap off the strapper. Sorry. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, good. It was almost lost in the couch cushions forever. And I'm sorry I keep getting up so damn much. I thought it one final time, I promise. The life of a high maintenance musician, I tell you. Just kidding. It's a good thing you're patient. No, I meant to grab this earlier, and I did, but then I put it back there. I want it here because I need it often. Okay. Now we're ready. Now this is the song I was playing on piano the other day. You know, I never know what they're doing. It gets better. But then they can always be shown at videos because we don't play with all of them because I know that would look a certain way. I mean, sometimes we intend to undo it once we've looked at it, but you know, but they can always be shown other ones. Or I don't know. But I was like just started. I wasn't gonna wrap up or anything. So this chair may not be the greatest for playing in, but here we go. I'm tired. Never mind. Just kidding. I'm glad we didn't go and pay money to print these anywhere, because yeah. And I was really surprised that Sam was drawn to this guitar the other day instead of the interesting thing behind it. Because I said, what was it specifically? He says the color. As if you don't normally see a colored guitar like this. I would think actually the sticker. But anyway. Which I thought it'd be covered when I played, but I guess not. So, and then, yeah, there we go. And then hopefully my arthritis isn't bad, because earlier when I was looking at the other one, I was trying to figure out a song that had fast chord changes. Very quickly, my hands didn't want to play. It's either that or my rib cage feels iffy sometimes. So I tell you, you know, waiting that 2 weeks is going to be hard. Who knows? I might fall apart by then, you know. But she has a fill-in that's there, but I just don't. She kind of sounded like she was suggesting when she gets back, and have not had any communication with the fill-in yet. So, but if she is checking her messages again, maybe it's just like, oh, I have a feeling like they, and she has a couple kids, may have been under the impression that they were going to start this week. I should let them know I'm not there this week, is what, you know, I think happened. But I think that she, you know, I'm hoping that she might just love her job so much that she checks into her emails every now and then. I do have her on Messenger. That's where we first met, actually. But, and then, but we're not, like, close contacts. And then maybe she'll see that and say, oh, if the rate's really hard, why don't you contact Cindy, and then go from there. Okay, here we go. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Let's play this in sound right. Through the river so deep. We're doing covers. If you put it in the comments, right? Searching for something. Let's take the lost the table. put that we're doing covers in the comment, please, in the minute? Walking alone by the river, I'm back here in the middle of the night. I'm gonna have to go over some of these words with a pen or something later because it is printed too faintly. You with your something, and you're always contemplating. What do you do? Heaven has found you. Can't you see that it's all around you? So follow me. Oh, that's a different one. That's a different song. We're doing covers. Thank you. I just had to get that muscle rub again. And then, I don't know if I had to put it in a document because I couldn't print it off the website without a membership, which I thought that I had, but like I really only just follow chords on it. But, oh, where's that muscle rub? Where is it, baby? Anything good? Where are you? I guess you're over there in the baby. So this is the difficulty. So after we do that one, then it doesn't really matter what the titles are. I can tell by the first lyric. After we do that one, I would fold this over, maybe even like this, and then that one goes with this one. Feel free to request. I think my tablet's charging, so. And I'm guessing you knew that song, yeah? It's an older one, kind of. Okay. This one is interesting. And I mean, it's an old song, and it's very interactive, so I'm thinking still, yeah. But at the same time, yeah, I should have just printed one at a time, because now it's like the end of that one on the top of this one. But again, it's AD, and it's just repeating that. Kind of like the other one was 2 chords repeating the same line. So, practicing that, we should remember that. Anywho, okay, now I've messed these up. Now this one is a bit of a trigger because I used to be involved in some programming there, but the guy never returned my calls this time around, and yeah, I could call again, but I don't know if I feel like doing so. Like, that's his job to return calls. If he's not doing it, then maybe that's telling me I'm not meant to be involved in that program. You know, I know that I would try and maintain connections because if I ever stop going, I might lose touch with some folks, but I haven't put some in my mouth and I have that stuff kind of still in my hand. But I also had a best friend there for a while, and well, he had schizophrenia. He was drinking while on meds. He was not owning his actions. He was someone I hung out with a lot. We lived in the same building for a little while. Back then I used to go more downtown. So I went to his place quite often. I'll never forget the one time when I just came from a gig at the Children's Hospital, if I remember correctly. And he says, I can't remember what he said, but he didn't sound like he was in a good way. Like I say, he struggled with mental illness. And I think he said something about, I think I want to do something or something. And there was something about the way he said it. And I got there and I had to let myself in. I couldn't reach him by the intercom, but I was able to get to his kitchen door, which was up a few stairs for some reason, at the side of the building. And there was like a miter saw there. And he was sometimes a few words. I said, "What are you doing with that? You're in an apartment." He's like, "Huh, I don't know." It was like, then we had to walk to the crisis unit, and yeah. Anyway, we got, even if we weren't, you know, able to give each other a lot of support sometimes. I think for a little while he drive, but I don't remember being in a car with him very often. But sorry, again, this song, believe it or not, it's about an agency, like I say, that I've had some involvement with, and I'm just kind of thinking about some stuff now. But he. Well, we're only at 46%. I should have been plugged in while we were talking. But when I did the video call thing, I was able to rotate it and plug in while we were doing it. I don't know if it was charging very long, but this time around, not the case. And the cord will reach to that chair, but maybe not this one. It's just I kind of have my little area over here. If I have to plug it over there and just have the audio with G, that's fine too. Anyway, yeah, so basically, there's many good times at their programs, and at the gym itself. We got a membership for being involved in their programs, and I would do the swimming and I would do the Zumba mostly. Anyway, and what agency is that? Do you have any guess? Now, yes, this song genderizes a little bit, but it's a classic, and I'm going to look past that, so I guess I should staple this one too. Our pages will go flying. I look at it and I think, oh no, it printed dark enough that I don't really need to fix it, but I'm in decent lighting and I'm thinking that it would be handy too. Especially with my aging eyes, Yeah, when you said something looked like art, I thought you were talking about me stapling pages together. I was like, really? You'd be very overwhelmed at an art gallery then. There actually is art. Ruby, are you there? You haven't. Now it says there's somebody at the top, but it didn't. But that's just inaccurate sometimes. But you don't seem to be saying much, but at the moment, but. It is entirely possible that I'm going a mile a minute at the moment. Well, not really. Not quite. You're used to me. Yeah, earlier today we had a guy that was commenting quite rapidly. Not exactly being a troll, but he had some very anti-woman, and I don't know. There was some weird stuff he was saying. Interesting, but weird. And then he called himself the Enlightened One or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah. Anyway. I'm here. It's almost night, so I'm lying down listening. It's almost night? Oh, you said it's not 10 o'clock there yet, right? No, didn't you say we're an hour behind you, so it's 11:45? Oh, it's almost midnight, what you're saying. Okay. Young man, there is no need to feel down, but sometimes you will. Young man, you're not going to be laying in bed much longer. The wife's going to wake up to you doing the dance. Young man, pick your up. Young person, there's no need to feel down. I said, yeah. Pick yourself off the ground and say, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go and then take your shirt on your toe and then I haven't played this very much. Find a way to have a good time. I'm going to play music all my life. I don't need a lot of practice. I don't need to speak to it, but I'm still happy to be able to do it later. And say so they have everything for you to enjoy. You can no man does it all by himself. I said, young man. I didn't know the story that this song, what this song actually said for the longest time, other than the chorus. Put your pride on the shelf. He said, go there to the YMCA. Sure, they can help you today. Start to stay at the YMCA. Start to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for you to enjoy. You can do it all. Start to stay at the YMCA. Start to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. I said, young man, I was watching your shoes. I said, I was down and up with the blues. And I felt no man cared if I were alive. Feel the whole world was so jive. So, and then I must be missing a page. I didn't think these had gotten out of order. We only printed them last night and kept them in a neat stack, so I don't know. Sorry for that being abrupt. I don't know where the other one is. Okay, I've got one more song here in front of me. But please feel free to do song requests because she's not down to play piano yet. In case you hadn't noticed. And this one says it's 4 pages long. Though? Truly? This is missing the first verse. I don't know how I didn't highlight it. I know Beverly Hills, kind of. I think I'd say that one for Abby, since she's living with Timmy. And then there's one about islands, which I didn't know was theirs for the longest time, but I don't know it well. Love is in the water, love is in the air. Show me where to look, tell me will love be there? Will love be there? Teach me how to speak, teach me how to share, teach me where to go. Tell me will love be there? Love be there? You'll hear G join on the flute at some point, but not tonight. Ooh, I have a tender corner to my one finger at the moment. I just noticed it. The way he did my finger. Heaven, oh! Heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Give me a word, give me a sign. Tell me where to look, tell me what will I find? Will I find? Thank you. Lift me up, down, fly me to the sky. Tell me where to look, tell me what will I find? Do you know these songs I'm doing? What will I find? I just thought of another one I'm gonna do. Sorry, my leg's being cold because the AC is blowing right at it. Um, it's more of a that other song is more of a religious song. Oh, I remember that part even though I hadn't gotten that page. Then I realized it was, but a lot of people might not realize it was. I don't know, or that it is. I'm gonna try and do it by memory, and it's called "Spirit in the Sky." When I die and they lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's best. When they lay me down to die, going on up to the spirit in the sky. Second person here, but you don't seem to be liking it. Or is it counting wrong like it was earlier? I don't know. Is it like really? Okay, yeah, great. Did my hair. Just kidding. Going on up to the spirit. Just kidding. Where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and I lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Now, I used to be in a group, and they used to combine that with another song, which I keep being tempted to do. I can't remember how the rest of that goes, though, other than to do that. Trying to remember. Ever been a sinner, never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus. He knows that when I die, I'm going on up to the spirit in the sky. Going on up to the spirit in the sky. Where I'm gonna go when I die. That other person just like was there third like there before? I can't remember. Okay, now I need some song requests. Yeah, and like I say, that one you asked about earlier, I don't know enough of them to say yes. You really did heavy vocals, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really did, didn't I? I do them even heavier. Not metal. Don't worry, there's demonic. Anyway, no offense to anybody. But anyway, we don't have to get into that. What are some other good songs? I may have one or two more such songs in me, and then I have to go mellow until G gets here with the classical, and then it'll be a nice mix. We'll have to do some keyboard fusion at some point, too. Thanks so much. Well, it really sat with you, didn't it? What can I say? But I don't play lead. I just play rhythm mostly, so. And if there was a song that I just did, out of curiosity, that you would like to hear G do with me on the flute, what would it be? I mean, he's going to do all of them with me at the gig, but yeah. And I think we just found out today that we have to wait 2 weeks, likely 2 weeks for it, so it didn't take me long to say, no, I'm not waiting, I'm doing a live stream tonight. Just don't want to make myself sick of them. Oh, for an active, adult living center, a day program, some day programs. When is the gig? Sometime in the next 2 weeks, and she'd like to have us actually come more than once a week. Probably for the rest of the year, so like better than I could have imagined. So yeah, I am thankful. It's just, yeah, waiting is hard, and I'm not the busiest person, which is why I live stream so much. And waiting is really hard sometimes for the opportunities. It's not like they seem to come very often, but where I didn't know. I don't know what you're saying when you say that. Yeah, I mean, you know, like the gig that G got, it was kind of because he got let go of his job. It was also because, which I think you knew, the boss had asked him how much would you maybe this was misunderstood. He says, how much would you typically make for such a gig? He says, okay, that sounds fair. I guess he figured if you're asking, you plan to pay me. And he had to ask him once or twice to actually get it. But yeah, no, people enjoyed it. And, but we got to make the money too. And right now it's, we're managing, but yeah, anyway, I'm not asking for money. You've got 4 kids. It's fine. We'll be all right. We have a side business. We don't get a lot of YT donations, it's true. That was a unique week. But, do you meditate at all, Ruby? Anyway, so, I've never played at this yet, so I don't know. But it sounds like they have a few different groups throughout the week. And I guess they're there for most of the afternoon, or they want the music while they're doing activities, maybe. Well, yeah, somewhat, but oh, right, and I don't fair, but I mean like guided meditations or singing bowls or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, they're gonna pay. I'd also said we'd also be happy, and I didn't know if she knew for sure that. At least she did the other one, right? Or didn't know if she knew for sure that there's 2 of us, but I'm pretty sure she realizes that now. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have a piano, a decent piano there. If it was a senior's home, maybe they would have, but I don't know. A lot of them have keyboards. I mean, we're getting a ride, but the keyboard we have is clunky, and the other one, I don't know if we have an adapter and a stand for it still. But anyway, so yeah, basically, so I said we'd be all right with, something from the cafeteria and 85 instead of 100. She says, we don't actually have a cafeteria. It's just the frozen meal program. I don't know what that means. She said they have snacks there. Maybe that's what I should have said. But yeah, we'll make at least 85 bucks a time, if not 100. And which is 50 each, which is pretty fair. And we'll have a good time. So, and yeah, I'm going to guess probably might not be a huge crowd, but doesn't have to be. And in person, like you said, is also very nice when we can get it. So I think it's probably going to be about maybe 7 to 12-ish people. Yeah, people do that, and I might, because I'm just going to be mostly doing the songs. And it'd be nice to look like I'm actually outperforming every now and then, because I am, but not often. Right? I have to turn this light off. I'm sorry, it's too bright. Hopefully it won't be too dark for you. Oh, it looks like it might be. Oh, no. Oh, but only because of this. Let me turn this light on. He would be doing so anyway when he turns off the AC and plays piano. Oh. But yeah, so, small part of me that feels like people who do that aren't enjoying the moment that they're in completely. But that's maybe not true. That's maybe not quite true. And honestly, like I say, I don't do bars, and one of the reasons is because of how loud they get. And but I imagine this crowd, like I say, it's not a huge crowd. They probably won't be drinking alcohol. And they might sing along and talk a little bit to each other, but I'm sure that we'll feel like people are enjoying the music. But I see some people post videos where they're in very loud environments, and it's kind of like, yes, I'm glad I have a volume adjuster, but, I'd rather you be playing at home then, because, this is why I don't go to these things. But there's one girl that I quite like, but for some reason she feels she needs her subscriber count on a digital sign behind her. I'm not even sure how that works, but like, why do we care? Other than that, she's quite lovely. She's this ginger girl. And then who's the other? Yeah, but that one I saw the other day. I'm glad you're okay, because we missed you the past couple of nights, or at least one of them, with the TV behind her, and yeah, no. Anyway, but yeah, so but it's neat to have the different environment. We did that last Christmas a little bit too. For one, I'm a guy, the other, I'm a fella. What if I'm a flip phone girl? What about that? Anyway, I'm commenting a lot now because I got up to take a wee. Thanks for letting me know. When I'm in bed, I just melt into the bed and listen. Well, that makes sense. Well, this has been a long wee. Wee! Like, that's exactly what I said when I did it, too, and I woke everybody up. So, you know, everybody's got all their ears on you. Took out the nipples, took out the nipples, and we're all listening already. Anyway, sorry. Hopefully not, because otherwise you just got an earful. You thought I'd find it amusing to know that you went for a wee, I guess. And that you melt in your bed. Sometimes I just wish I could completely melt and like just melt away. I've been having this weird experience lately where when I have naps, that's not the weird part. I do those almost every day. Thank the Lord I'm able to. And when I wake up, I think it's a deficiency of some sort. So I've been trying to take vitamins. I took one today. But, and a circulation issue. Sometimes my tongue feels a little numb. My hands and feet are tingling. It's, I used to think I had neuropathy, but, and maybe I do, but it's also arthritis and that. But I don't notice it after a full night's sleep, and I couldn't figure that out. But I think it's because I'm more tired at that time. I fall into a deeper sleep. Occasionally I do get up through the night briefly, but not always, it seems like. I don't know. I'm processing a dream instead when I wake up occasionally. I don't know. What's not as good. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, there was something I was going to ask you. Oh right. Now Ruby was the only one here at the time. Of the songs that I just did, which one would you like me to do with G on the flute just now? Yeah, that's I think what I got over there. They're very powdery, and I almost thought I was having a reaction to them actually, but I'm not taking them every day. But I've been noticing that for the past about almost 2 weeks after the naps. Before that, not really. So yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that thinks, am I going to be all right in 2 weeks? I know it's not that long, but it's not that close either. And I'm thinking, so let's pray that I will be, that my arthritis won't get worse, that my circulatory issues, that my diabetes, yeah. Much as sometimes I wouldn't mind being in heaven with loved ones, it's kind of like the thought of it lately. It's kind of like, oh, but then there is people I would miss. I'm a little bit anxious about a family dinner on Sunday, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. And then, Mark and Kelly tomorrow and Friday. Obviously not the gig this. I don't know why I keep saying L. This week. I did my plan tonight. I have a plan Wednesday evening. I may or may not stream afterwards. Really? I actually heard that one at a funeral a while back. And I don't know. Yeah, that one would be one to see. Be interesting to see what he does with the flute. But I can tell you he doesn't already know it. And I think he might struggle to improvise with that one because it's a weird tempo, sort of. So let's work on that one and maybe do that some other day this week, okay? I'll be running through the songs with him anyway. What do you mean some funeral business from this? What's his face? Sword Swallower. Future possibilities from this gig. I mean, that'd be nice. I don't know what you mean. I mean, the nice thing about it being consistency. Yeah, but that's one said, instead of saying someone passed away, they said they funeral. He slept in the cemetery for a while when he broke up with his ex or whatever. He didn't have anywhere to stay because he was traveling or whatever. Anyway, yeah. But what are you thinking? That someone might say, hey, could you play this song? I mean, eventually we could take song requests. And then they say, it meant a lot to someone and they just passed away. Oh, sure. And if you would like us to play at your funeral with the healing flute, oh, the passed away families hire you, but the families aren't usually there to hear. Um, and people can pass of any age. The funeral I was just mentioning, 32. I probably told you the story before. A year later or the same year, I can't remember. Not only did her mother pass away, but a friend's mother at 104. He passed away 2 or 3 years prior. But people pass of all ages, of all various reasons, and that's why I'm worried, like, about something, happening to me in that way. But like I say, this is not an old age home. I can understand the misinterpretation there. This is just people that they have their own homes. It might be in a seniors complex. I'm not sure, but they have their own homes. Yeah, but um, and a lot of them possibly still drive. Like I say, they're in their 50s, 60s, maybe 70s. I don't think anyone as young as 40s would be there. But and it's an activity group, and they're there for about 3 hours at a time by the sounds of it, and um, we're going to be playing for an hour. So yeah, they might do their other activities outside of that. Yeah, yeah. Again, I've not been yet, but it's a active living center, but not a place where people reside. Yeah, but I tell you, there's a piece of work at the one closest 10 minutes walking distance from us. This one we're gonna have to get rides to, but and it's been so easy, and she's just been so great to communicate with. So that's great. Anyway, who knows? She might be watching. So, but I mean, I'm saying great things, and I'm excited, and I'd like to do it sooner than in 2 weeks. But if she's not there, and her fill-in can't bring somebody in, I mean, maybe they can. Maybe I should ask. But I haven't had a lot of interactions with this other person, but I've had none with the other one. That's not to say they're not a good person, and they're there to fill in and do whatever needs to be done. So maybe we should ask. But then we got the email today, like the email bounced back out of office if it's urgent, I think is what she said. And again, let's define that, we're not, tomorrow's never promised. So is it urgent then? I don't get gigs very often, we don't, you know, but at the same time, um, then she emailed later when she was supposed to be off. But again, I appreciate it. Maybe she didn't realize that we'd sent something and it bounced back, or she did get notified. She forgot to turn her notifications off, and she's like, okay. And it had the date wrong, I think, too, when she was returning, because I was like, oh, that's just a week, but now it's 2 weeks. Anyway, and since she said, can we maybe plan in the fall when I'm back, I feel like that's what we should go with. I feel like. We have a second person here. Feel free to chat. If I don't see your comments and you're trying to be a decent chatter, then Ruby will let us know. And if you have a song request, I'm getting tired. Time stood still before me. Anyway, and if you've been here before and you think I'm tired of seeing you, it's always a thing of somebody doesn't. If you don't want to see somebody, you don't have to watch them. So lots of other things to watch. But if you're happy to be here, you haven't been here that long, we're happy to have you here. G will be playing some classical piano soon. I shouldn't pigeon him just into that. He plays other stuff too. I know I'd really like to find that Queen book, but I don't know where it is, and I'd rather he just play music than be digging around for his books. Now, we're at 38%. I don't think it's going to drop 10 to 15% that quickly. So I'm tempted to plug in, but I'm so comfortable here, and I think 38% should get him to about. Would it be optimistic to say an hour on this phone? I don't know how low I want to let the phone get. No, I better plug her in. Oh my gosh. Tell Chester to enjoy his youth. I tell you, I'm slowly but surely getting old. Yeah, hopefully you're liking the vibes like I say, otherwise that's too much for the second person. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that though, because then he'll be running around you like all nutty or whatever, and he'll say, he said enjoy my youth, I'm enjoying my youth. Um, the flute whistle item. As in the pan flute? To the gig? Of course. Of course. What kind of gig would it be without it? you know? Um, like, is that even a question? I don't know if you're actually listening to what I'm saying. You're like, yes, I listen, but I'm trying to protest a bit. Most keep falling out. I'm sorry. Sorry. We have a good time tonight. Whether Ruby's here at the moment to hear it or not, we're having a good time. Oh, I was saying the nipples keep falling out. If I was the guy you had yesterday who spoke poorly about women, I would say, if I was the guy you had yesterday who spoke poorly about women, that was this afternoon. Or were you here and didn't make it obvious? You just liked it or whatever and didn't say anything because me and Abby had it under control and you didn't want to interrupt our intimate moment. Is that what happened? I always think intimate sounds like a romantic word, but I know it isn't always. But anyway. Here's hoping we go to 1 in the morning. Woohoo! Sleep in. Woohoo! Wake up and turn on Mark and Kelly channel. Right, okay. It's just interesting that you remembered it. I would say P should be getting up getting up the kids. Oh, they seem to be getting themselves up. Oh, you mean in the morning? Petunia is such a name I hardly ever hear. I'll just say that much. I did have somebody calling me a cutie patootie the other day. She said, "Oh, you should say Petunia, cutie Petunia." Anyway, don't mind me. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Um, yeah, I said something about women don't cook as good as they used to, and I can't remember what else. It was crazy. I'd have to watch it back. I didn't read all the comments out loud, but and some of them were interesting. I really don't think he was hearing much of what I was saying, though. I wouldn't say he was trolling, but he was certainly a fast typer. He was certainly had some thoughts on his mind he wanted to say about some various things, and yeah, but no, right? Um, I know kids don't want people to read that and get uptight because I mean I understand that if a woman is the second person that tuned in and they saw that they'd be like it's not funny, but what he's saying is we don't think that way. Okay, I think you left, but anyway, Abby's response was perfect. I mean, some guys and people in general just get bad luck in general and in dating, but she said. No wonder you haven't felt a woman's touch in a while and can't keep a woman. I says, I think you might be right. But at the same time, I haven't had a woman's touch in a while. So, I mean, and I'm not that person. But anyway. Anyway, we're just referring to somebody earlier. And yeah, like I say, he was, I thought I did that, but now it looks like you did. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. But yeah, that was this afternoon. So. And Abby asked me if I was going to be rolling tonight. And I said, probably. And has she been here? I don't think she's shy. I have heard that Jules and Luke sometimes watch but don't say anything. But I don't think Abby is like that. I think she's very social. I think, they have their moments because, well, one of them's her age and the other one's quite a bit older. I think they just have their moments where, you know, they're not feeling as social. It's not that they don't want to be here. It's not that they don't like what we're doing or like us. I know they do. But I feel like if Abby was here, she'd say stuff. And so I've got to guess that she's enjoying some time with her roommate or doing something on the women's Maybe she felt she didn't promise she'd be here. But she said, "Are you rolling tonight?" Because I thought she said I'd Abby Sinclair, who's Abby again. You would consider that social. I would consider what social? But probably. Can't believe you can't remember who Abby is. I thought you'd been here at the same time. Like I say, earlier today, she said, I haven't met many of your mods except for Ruby. So she's met you. She's the young lady from Edmonton, which is close, but not quite where I'm at, unfortunately. Otherwise, I could get together with her and Luke and have a grand old time and take some time off from live streaming. But hey, I love it as long as the people, as long as people, they do seem to love it. And if they don't, again, there's lots of other streamers. They can find their streamers. But, yeah. I think the second person must not be Jules or Luke, though, or they'd be like, but now there's a third person. Oh, is that the one who helped me get back? Yeah, exactly, actually. So, yeah. So I don't know how you would have forgotten. But anyway, yeah, she was quite. I tried to handle that troll, but then she did too, because even if she hadn't been a mod, she would have, like, I can understand. As a woman, she would have been offended. But, it was nothing personal about her. And I don't know what to tell her. I don't think she's listening right now, but she's X-Men because daddy issues. But that's not where the attraction comes in. Maybe it's the need for security and love from a man. Maybe it's the, um, I don't know what, but yeah. And if a man was to tell you, I mean, everybody is different, but I don't know what to think about this. If a man was to tell you, tell, tell a woman that I understand you've been in a rough relationship, so I'm not rushing you into one. I support if you don't want to be in one. But they've had intimate relation, if they've connected, again, there's that word, intimately. Just a quick question, side topic. Hopefully the second person doesn't look at this as being uptight. This is a late night show right now. But would you believe I would say that this individual, I don't know him. I would say that most people, I'd almost even say it doesn't matter the gender, but especially men, if they were to say that, I would think that somewhat they'd mean it, but really, a lot of men don't. I hate to genderize things, but yeah, it does kind of make sense. A lot of men don't really want to settle down, I don't think. I think, women, not only, but often, they have all these grand ideas about their wedding day and just have to put this down for a moment. And the white picket fence and starting a family and finding the right guy, a stable guy and this and that, right? And again, I'm not saying that some guys don't want that, but they aren't maybe rushing for it as much. They're more just about having fun and I'm thinking that kind of thing. But at the same time, um, they live together, so hasn't been for that long. Anyway, I don't mean to be talking about when she's not here, but I'm not saying anything bad. But when she said that to me earlier, I didn't really know how to respond. And later, when I thought about it, I thought, hmm. But as long as they're having fun and being safe, I think she's pretty smart. But, if they are, you know, and yet they're not wanting to be in a relationship, you know, you better hope you don't create no babies then, right? Guess who's here? Speaking of babies. Just kidding. Sorry. Can you just lean it up against the thing, please? I'm just being a little silly. Don't mind me, folks. I knew Ruby won't. He never does. No, just kidding. And as for the other one, yeah. I'm saying it because I'm comfortable with who's here and I'm comfortable with myself. And yeah, see, he's laughing and crying at the same time already. Oh, thank the Lord G is here. Give me. Anyway, because I am ready to segue to him. Not necessarily to having the AC off, anyway. It didn't get a lot of a charge, a couple more percentages, but here you are. Okay. Enjoy it until you're at about 25 or something.
Hello. So just a little something different to start this with. Yes. On top of the piano. I'm just going to play a little bit of singing bowls.
I was kind of alluding to them.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I was meaning to bring down that marvelous gong that I got back today. But here is a set of one of my favorite sets of singing bowls. Oh, there's my shoes. Kept on top of the piano. You get to see me put my shoes on. See, there's
inside without socks.
There's another stick. There's another stick. Hey, it let me change the orientation. Any case, there's more stacks. And more stacks.
You're pretty happy.
More stacks. And more stacks.
And the second person.
So you get the idea. Oh, there's lots of music. Yes.
What is this?
What's what? It's a book that you put here. Oh, I know. I put there. It's that one that says. Do you remember? Yes, I remember. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it.
It's here right now.
Yeah, I know.
Starting before you.
But who cares? I don't care. I'm intending to be amusing. Go away. Just don't trouble your pretty little head. Because after all, I'm intending to be amusing. So
right, but I think you said it before you were. We know their style.
Timing is nothing sometimes. So what would you like me to play? I'll play this.
I feel like
this is beautiful. Posthumous. Just keeping on talking. I'm trying to play.
He just got here, so.
That's right.
And he said the ever around the stream. Well, he isn't.
Hello, G. Hello, Ruby. Nice to see you. Here is Silver Swan Red.
There he is now, eh?
Yeah, well, I remember a few people. I'm not sure my likes were here when I got here, but I have a little boo-boo on my pinky, unfortunately, which is making it a little bit more difficult for me to play because the pinky is a very important finger if you play the piano. Does anybody care? Probably not. It's responsible for playing all these bass notes. Thank you, Ruby. I'll see you in my dream.
That was improvised, right?
Yeah, yeah. After I played the rag, yeah, that was mostly improvised. You can tell because I do. I don't make mistakes. Actually, also, I'm not looking at any sheet music, right? So if I'm doing this for sure, I'm improvising. Oh, sure. Well, I did a little series of ridiculous-looking improvisations, because occasionally in classical music you come across one of the composers, for example, having you cross your arms to a certain extreme, or having you put your hands together like this. And usually it's just all in the service of beautiful music, of course, but sometimes you just gotta wonder. There's one piece particularly by Debussy. I think it's a prelude for the piano or something like that, where he basically has you taking your arms about as far apart as you can reasonably go, like this. And it actually sounds quite nice. Actually, I wrote a piece. My piano teacher at the time said it was going to be far too distracting for anybody to ever watch it. I'd have to perform it behind a screen or something. I think I still have it here.
Ruby.
Oh, suddenly 1 to 4 people. Give us some more likes, because if we don't get enough likes, it's sort of like not getting enough oxygen, and that means we turn purple and fall on the floor.
Only one person here.
Okay, just a moment ago. There were 4.
Well, that's 4 likes.
It's hallucinating, people. The system. Anyway, if I can't find it in a moment, I'll just improvise what I remember from it. It was something like. You get the idea. Oh, this is getting hard on my spine after a while, you know. This sort of rocking back and forth, I'm getting repetitive strain injury. So I'll have to work it in that I'm going to also have to go from this side to this side. So piano music where I have to see. Take a little bit of coordination, but I should write it out. Definitely tiring, but hey, yeah, it would be such a witty piece of piano music to write. I really ought to do it. Have to be well planned out. What's that? Anyway, you get the idea. That was something like that. I didn't get your question. I'm sorry.
What percentage are you at?
Oh, what percentage am I at? At 34%. We got 14%.
34? 14?
Well, usually we stop when it gets around 20%.
Did you say it's at 14?
No, I said it's at 34, and that we usually stop when we get around to 20.
Sweet. What do you mean?
Am I not correct? I'll see you in my dreams. What?
Too lovey dovey for YT, I think.
Too lovey for YT.
Give me your originals. I think that's good.
What's wrong? Too lovey-dovey for YouTube? What on earth do you mean?
Well, it's obvious.
It's an old love song. It's like 1924. You think it's got explicit lyrics or something?
I'm just going by the title.
I'll see you.
I don't know.
This was written in 1924, not 2026. I got a censor right behind me. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just being silly. Yes, my own stuff is nice.
Well, I have a book right here.
I do.
And it's a nice book.
I'm just gonna have to ask you, like, why you're always raising these objections to, like,
because I know how people think. And I think
like the actual lyrics. Though the days are long, though the days are long, twilight sings a song of the happiness you used to be. Soon eyes will close, soon I'll find repose. That's a very 20s word. And in dreams you're always near to me. I'll see you in my dreams. So naughty. hold you in my dreams. Someone took you out of my arms. Still I feel the thrill of your charms. So 20. So 20s. Any case. When you're a connoisseur of old sheet music like I, not really am. That's so any case, yeah, there's absolutely nothing naughty about that piece of music. He's just too used to these lyrics, which are just so
Just used to what, sorry? Being literal on what?
just modern stuff, which can be used super explicit. But I don't.
Moderating stuff.
Yeah, trouble with playing my stuff is that this book is not all that great organized. And here's
Ruby. Everybody's got home. You might go home too.
Yeah, we might. I don't feel like playing my own stuff.
I'm just playing in some random location.
You'll probably need some
My
Schubert.
toes are tingling.
His toes are tingling. Isn't that something that you all wanted to know?
It's jiggling.
Every so often I just have to have a Schubert fix. Don't you?
Huh?
Every so often I just have to play this piece, no matter how many times I've played it before. Every so often I have to have a Schubert fix. And we're just stuck at what's that? A page at the beginning and 2 pages over here, and 2
nearly off of the piano.
nearly off. It's about as long as I can reasonably play a piece.
Staple anything so it doesn't fall off?
No.
We're just gonna do a dance again if it does.
Oh, it won't fall off. It won't fall off. It'll be nice to me. I'm gonna open the lid so I can hear it better. I know, even if it's just for this one song. Because when you open the lid of the piano, you can hear it below. Yeah, it's louder, but you can also play it softer and still hear it because it's not dampened by the lid. Yes, this piece, crank this one up loud, it's sure to wake up your neighbors. Except they gave me an extra like. Thank you.
The 8 of the go, and the others have been.
What? Be more better. More Schubert. That was the third. Fourth is also kind of fun.
Wow, that was a
Well,
long
thank you for the
piece.
extra
Okay.
like.
I don't think you've ever heard of Young Lee, right?
Young Lee. No.
Okay, well then I think that was a pretty good grand finale for this
No, okay.
long night, even though I've talked about most of the people that have been here have been kind of reactors.
We're 24%. So if you want a something, better ask soon because we're going to be wrapping up and proceeding to chips and yogurt and other things. Yeah, chips and yogurt.
I'll even let people hear that.
Good night.
Otherwise, you have to find the dead.
I
Unless you
do.
just keep playing, 'cause I don't hear it.